What's good? What's good? What's good? Welcome, welcome. Happy New Year, everybody. It's been a minute. It's my first show of the year, but we back. It's your boy Kyng Ralph. I'm the host, and you are now watching Juke Boy Sports Show. And I got the homie Javion with us. J
What's
Stack,
up?
what's happening, Brody?
What's up? Glad to be here. First time.
Hey, welcome, 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 my brother. I do appreciate you for being here. Hope everybody's doing good out there in TV land. But before we get started, we got to make sure we send a shout out to the sponsors. If you want to do a podcast like what you're watching, photo shoot, music video, call the number on the bottom of the screen, 707 Fit Boxer. And if you're looking for a clean, jitterless, no crash energy drink, hop on your phone, get on that laptop, go to dubby.com, w.com. Use promo code JUKE for 20% off. We're going to get you right. And then make sure you go follow, like, subscribe, comment, share, all that good stuff. I'm trying to get the Twitch to 50. Giving myself a couple months to try to get there. I'm about halfway there, like 27 to 30 the last time I checked. Trying to get to 100 subscribers on YouTube. So Juke Network, follow us, subscribe on YouTube, Juke Network, JUK Sports Show, Juke Sports Show on Instagram. And you can follow me at KYNGRALPH on X, TikTok, Twitch, while it's still here. Instagram, add an underscore for X or Twitter. And then let's jump straight into it. So playoffs, NFL playoffs was here. It was a wild weekend. We're going to start off with the AFC divisional round. Texans and Chiefs start off the weekend. Texans come up short, 14-23. But the major talk of that and conversation and narratives and all of that following that game is the refs. Do the Texans have a right to be pissed? Do you think so?
Do I? Yeah.
Yeah.
I know they said on ESPN, it was a gripe and it wasn't a gripe. At this point, you damn near gotta give the refs some jerseys.
Yeah.
You almost got to. It's like flag football right now. Watching just the Chiefs offense with the refs in their pocket is like flag football. You can hit your own teammate, and if it was too close to Mahomes,
You're not
then
lying.
you hit Mahomes.
For real. And the crazy part about it, bro, is like as a Raider fan, I've been saying this shit for years. So, but I just come off as a hating ass Raider fan when I'm saying it. I've been saying this for a long time. Like Mahomes, he can get out the pocket, run up the sideline, and pick and choose when he's gonna step out. But I'm supposed to know when he's supposed to step out and not touch him. But like on that play where he slides, he could have ran out of bounds. He runs back inbounds and it slides at the last second. And if you even breathe on that nigga the wrong way, if your breath's a little too hot, unnecessary roughness, and it's a wrap. And then like the Will Anderson one where their heads don't even collide, and you got unnecessary roughness and roughing the passer.
Yeah.
And then the thing that pisses me off about it the most is every time it's never like first and something or second and something. It's a third and 8 to 12. They supposed to be getting off the field because they weren't able to it was an incomplete pass or a sack, and then now it's automatic first down.
He knows it. That's why he does it, because he knows he has that. It's like having the damn draw four.
Right.
At the end of the game, you know they're gonna throw whatever they want. You drop that draw four, you good to go.
Yeah, facts.
He literally, it's almost like for him to be such a great quarterback, it's almost like a Make-A-Wish Foundation kid.
Yeah.
That gets on the field. Yeah, let him do what he's gonna do. Do not touch him. He's our golden boy. We cannot get him hurt.
True.
Can't have no upsets. The refs got their parlays just like everybody else.
I need him to get these 2 touchdowns.
Man, at least 15 more yards.
Facts. And that's the part that's like frustrating, bro. Is like the when it all boils, it's the timing of it all. It's like right when the momentum's supposed to swing your way. Because if
Yeah.
you watch the Texans game, like yeah, the ends up being 14-23, but there's a moment in time
Where it was
where
13-12.
yeah, and then it's like
Where it was right
you're
there.
supposed to get the ball back. Nah, then
Nah,
they
ain't
get an
that.
automatic first down. Then Kelsey gets the long pass where he runs it down to like the 5-6 yard line, and then Hunt finishes it off. And it's just like now you just deflated because it's like, damn, bro, I got to fight I'm playing against the refs too.
Yeah.
But I feel for him, man.
And that's one of those games that you can't let it go down to the ref's decision.
Yeah,
You got to make sure you catch everything. You make
yeah, fact.
9 or 8 sacks.
Yeah,
That
yeah,
y'all can't allow that. The defense can't allow that. They give it too much wiggle room to see what they're gonna do. They was like, well, you wasn't gonna win anyway. You wasn't catching the ball. He wasn't throwing the ball. He wasn't gonna win anyway. Nah, you can't let it be that close. Not when you playing with someone who has the officials. It's almost like watching Iverson
yeah,
go against the refs again, just in
right.
reverse.
Fact.
They love this one.
Yeah, it's definitely tough because like you already know you got to do a lot, and we're gonna get into it with the Ravens and Bills, but it's like it's one of those things where you already got the card stacked against you,
Yeah.
and on top of that, you give up 8 sacks. CJ out there running for his life, he was doing everything he could, and
Everything.
unfortunately, just wasn't able to
I don't
overcome.
blame him though. I don't
No,
put
not at all.
anything on him.
No, not at all. I feel like in the end, he ended up not having such a great sophomore year, but he had
Yeah.
injuries. They got to the playoffs, and he had them in a position to be able to at least attempt to win the game.
Yeah.
Um,
They didn't do right by him.
Facts.
That's just how I see it. They didn't do
They got
right
to
by
figure
him.
out that offensive line going into the offseason at this point.
Yeah. Yeah.
So next up, we got Ravens fall short to the Bills. First off, I do got to ask because
Josh Allen, the bad boy.
I'm curious how before we get to Josh, how much blame does Lamar get in your professional opinion?
Sometimes you got to take the pressure off of the captain.
True.
Sometimes if he not doing what he needs to do, or it's just not going through on his end, sometimes the defense got to stop one run, get one deflection.
Yep.
It was too close of a game to blame the quarterback.
Yeah. I would agree.
Now, if they wasn't scoring at all, like imagine this was 36, 8, 17, 16. Then you be like, man, you ain't get the ball where it need to be enough.
Right.
But to lose by 2, he did what he can do in those moments that they did what they needed to do. Everybody got to be in their spot. So I can't blame him on a 2-point loss. Let it be 2 touchdowns more. Hey, what you doing?
Yeah. Yeah. I would agree, man. I think the thing about it is I just feel like he didn't really help his case when it came to people that don't like Lamar.
Well, yeah, no. But
Like,
see, it's
go
hard. It's hard to do that when you got people that already don't like you.
Yeah.
You can do your best, just ain't good enough, and then the blame is still on you. You could have had a better game this game than you had the game that y'all won, and nobody gonna see that.
True. But I still feel like it's a conversation to be had if he had one of them games where it was like he go 20 for 25, 300 yards, 80 rushing yards, 3 touchdowns, and they lost. But that pick was egregious. All that pick was like it was a fair catch, my boy. He pretty much punted the ball.
Yeah, he gave it.
And then the fumble. The fumble, I'm not really blaming too much because the thing when he said like it was an RPO, so if I throw it, I got linemen down the field, so that's a flag. Then, so I'm trying to make something out of it, but that's just one of the ones where like the reason why I would say that I can see where people are coming from when it comes to Josh and the game that he did. Josh normally puts the ball in harm's way a lot.
Yeah.
And in this year and in this game, he just didn't. He almost had that one moment where he almost pitched that bitch.
He swallowed that little bit of fear he has in certain games.
Yeah.
Because he's real fearless.
Yeah.
Because he goes the extra mile when he shouldn't.
Mm-hmm.
But it works.
Right.
About 68% of the time, it works.
Yeah.
So for him to say, I'm not going to take those chances. Mm-hmm. I'm not going to be wild. I'm going to stay in pocket. I'm going to take my time. That was the best decision going against the Ravens.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree, man. I agree. I think
if somebody would have stopped using them fingers to drop the ball,
bro,
that's what nothing Josh could do on the other end.
Mark Andrews, it was like Lamar didn't help with his turnovers, but they were early turnovers to where you really
things
had
that could be corrected.
Yeah, but like Mark's that fumble in the fourth quarter that turns into a field goal where like you're driving, you got an opportunity to take the lead because you're only down by 5. You fumble, give up the field goal, and now this is when Lamar needs to be super nigga.
Yeah, and see, that's why you can't blame him.
Yeah,
because it was too close of a game to be putting it on someone who ain't doing the touchdown.
Yeah. Yeah, if I had to split it up, I give Mark Andrews 40%. I'm gonna give Todd Monken 30%.
30%, yeah.
Because how you got Derrick Henry and he ain't got 20 carries.
Yeah.
And then even like the third and fourth quarter, bro, like some of them throws, like even like the throw to Mark Andrews, that could have easily been a handoff to Derrick Henry, who excuse me, y'all just had sushi. But when we came back from halftime, that first drive after halftime, he was getting 8 yards, 10 yards, 12 yards. Justice Hill come in, get another 6, 8 yards, catch out the backfield. They literally ran the ball 9 straight times and got a touchdown.
Got it. Yeah.
So it's like for that to be working, given the conditions that we're in, why not just lean on that?
Lean on it till they think you about to stick with it and then switch it up. Don't switch it up right away because it worked. Stick with it till it look like it ain't gonna work.
Right, exactly. And that's where for me, I feel like Todd Monken got to get 30. Lamar got to get 30, and Mark get the rest of that 40. Because
I'm gonna give Mark another 5. I'm gonna give him 45.
Bro, I couldn't believe it, bro. When he dropped it, I was like, yo, he's one of the best tight ends in the league, and he dropped it. Right in the and then there's people trying to say it was a bad throw. Cut the cap.
No.
He got hit in the chest.
Sternum.
Didn't make no sense. And so
my chest hurted a little bit.
And through that, does this mean Josh Allen is officially the second best quarterback behind Mahomes?
No. He's the most exciting to watch based off of the circumstances.
Yeah.
Because he takes those chances. I call him Mr. Herbert. Hey, I ain't never seen a white boy jump over people so much.
Especially the quarterback.
Attempt to.
Yeah.
I don't even know none in the Olympics. But that man.
Hey, Josh Allen cold. And his fiance kind of bad too.
And with his
she bad.
Hey, I understand he has 3 times as many 300 passing yard games than Lamar. Mm-hmm. Both coming in the 2018 draft. I just see it as, how can I put this and make it make sense? He It's almost a luck to how he does it. Because he can stay in pocket. But when he takes those runs and he gets those few yards, that's what's making him look as good. But if he had the coverage that Lamar has, it'd probably be a little different.
Yeah.
It'd probably be a little different. I got him at a close third.
Yeah.
I got him at a close third.
Yeah.
To me, he's the most exciting to watch. I'd rather watch him than everybody else because it's unpredictable.
True.
And you want to see him succeed because he ain't always had it like he should have.
The thing I like about him is he's pretty much like white Cam Newton, and I think before Lamar, Cam was my favorite to watch because Cam was gonna run you over, he was gonna run past you, he could throw the rock, and he was clutch.
His push down is kind of sturdy.
Yeah, yeah.
I never see him really get wrapped up. When he throw the arm out, it's just like either he gonna go out of bounds or you going down. He gonna slow down afterwards.
Right.
But ain't nobody really wrapping him up when he extend that arm. So if it ain't the stiff arm or the hurdle, he's making a good running for number 2. But I'm still going. I gotta see him do. He got to make it to the Super Bowl. If he can make it to the Super Bowl, that's just making it will make me rethink that.
Yeah, that's where for me, I just can't. Like, I know, like we sit here, we get enamored with the fact that Lamar ain't been to a Super Bowl or he's been to one AFC Championship game and he hasn't beaten Mahomes.
But see, Mahomes got the refs too. He ain't just going against Mahomes.
The accolades for me is why I can't put Josh over Lamar unless he gets to a Super Bowl.
He has some impressive. He has some impressive shit.
Oh hell yeah!
It's just I gotta see him get to the level that Lamar ain't got for him to be number 2.
Exactly. I just feel like Lamar's MVPs, what he's been able to do with what he's been, with. Like, this is the one year I could say Josh Allen hasn't had the weapons that Lamar has because Gabe Davis was nice. They had, what was my boy? Stephon Diggs. Like, Lamar has not played with anybody as good as Stephon Diggs.
Nah.
And then Gabe Davis was no slouch either. So I just feel like this is the one year. So if he can get to like a Super Bowl with this.
Yeah, even if he just get there, it don't have to be a great performance. Just getting there.
Yeah. Getting there.
Surpassing that next level will give him more praise. But to me, between him and Daniels, those are only 2 I care to really watch, like focus in on. Because they making me like the quarterback position more.
Facts.
Because it's been a while since I saw the quarterback that I said, okay, he ain't getting the blessings of the ref. He's actually taking it to the dirt every time. He not giving it away. Like some get too scary when they ain't gotta give it away and give it away.
Right.
So I see that Josh do give away, but he also takes those chances. It ain't no stupid giveaways. Right. It may look like it, but when you look back at it, you be like, what else did he have? He could have ran. Where was he gonna go? What was he gonna do with it? How far was that gonna take it? What down was they on?
Right.
So
So in the end, for me, I can't give it to him because I can't give it put him over Lamar just off of this game.
I'm gonna let him earn it.
If he would have had a game
Super
where he
Bowl.
went crazy, then maybe. But 140 yards, a total offense, and 2 touchdowns when you got short fields, I just can't necessarily put you over a person that actually had a better game, just had more turnovers.
Turnovers, yeah. And he just did just enough that game.
Right. He pretty much, I let you beat yourself. I didn't go win. And so in the NFC divisional round, Commanders upset the Lions 45-31. Jaden Daniels balls out. Jared Goff. That I don't know what the hell happened to Jared Goff. He just was, I'm gonna throw the ball to you. He was like, you get an interception, you get an interception, you get an interception. And Jaden Daniels, that boy was balling. But before we get to Jaden Daniels, I'm gonna talk about it a little later. Ben Johnson is now the head coach of the Bears. Aaron Glenn, the defensive coordinator, is going to end up getting his share of interviews. We'll see what happens with him. Is the championship window for the Lions closed?
No. I give it two more years competitive. Because in the last 3 years, with 9 and 8, they've gone up.
Yeah.
In the last 3 years, every season they did better and better. They fell off at the same spot.
Right.
But they did better and better.
Last year they got a little further. They had a chance to go into the Super Bowl with last year, but they was in the NFC Championship game. They lost to the 49ers.
But see, their record was better this year.
Yeah. They had a way better record. They looked way
better too. They looked like a team that fucked up at the end that was redeeming themselves.
Yeah. This was their year. This was supposed to be their year. And
I know I had money on them.
I definitely thought that they were going to be the team to get to the Super Bowl. I had Ravens, Lions in the Super Bowl. Did not see both of them losing in the same round. But this game, and this is another one of them games where we start talking about turnovers. Like when you look and you go and you rewatch that game, those turnovers, it was so Jaden Daniels throws a bomb to De'Ami Brown to finish to like a deep post. He couldn't have walked it down there and handed it to him any better, honestly. But so we get a touchdown. Lions come back. Jared Goff throws a pick going into the halftime. And then after that, the floodgates was open. He just was throwing pick after pick after pick.
Yeah.
And then
it was a snowball effect.
Yeah, and it just was like, and then at that point, the game blows open, and now we're looking at, Dang, I didn't realize I didn't have my hold up. Come on, do not disturb. It's getting loud. But then, at that point, now the game gets blown open, and now we're looking at why it's a 45-31 point differential. Where at halftime it wasn't that; it was actually a really good game. And just the turnovers wreck you. Like when it really, honestly, the Rams should have won if they didn't have all the turnovers. And we'll get to that later as far as like the weather. But they was really in that game, and then it was just fumble, interception, fumble. And it's just one of those things you can't come back from that when you have those moments in the playoffs. This is the most important time to be able to hold on to the ball.
Yeah. I see. I feel like they need to do some type of simulation for weather conditions.
Yeah.
Because you know when you playing. You know where you playing. Every year it's cold. If it ain't where you at, it's going to snow. You got to figure something out. I don't know what y'all got to do. Start doing some rain drills or something. Cold rain drills. Something to do.
Train with a slippery ball or something.
Yeah, something. Yeah. Because you cannot blame the weather when it comes down to it, because everybody has that time that they're going to play in those bad weathers. It ain't like they start off the season in the snow.
True.
Everybody got the warm weather. Everybody going to get the colder weather. Everybody going to get the snow and slushy weather by Christmas time. It's how the game is designed. Unless y'all want to flip the season and start it after March, it's going to be that way.
And we're gonna get a little deeper into that one. Pause. That one was crazy. We're gonna get that. We gonna go into that one in a little bit because I'm gonna take a deeper dive into that one because I wanted to even go as far as talk about playing in neutral sites. But are you surprised at how good Jaden Daniels' rookie season went?
No.
I'm
not surprised.
Did you have him being a better quarterback this year than Caleb, or did you think that he was the better quarterback?
I didn't think too much into that. I didn't see. So watching him play, you saw what his strong points was, and you couldn't really find any faults in it in the beginning. So it was just one of those freak talents. Like, yeah, he's gonna be great. Now I didn't think his team was gonna be as great with him.
Yeah.
To make it show as much as it did. That I see the Commanders doing what they did throughout the season with him as a quarterback, no. But did I not see great potential with him? Yeah, I definitely saw the potential. Didn't think he was going to pull it out the first year. Because now you got to come back at least next year, you got to come up with the same momentum.
I thought offensively they would be good. Like I said, like you mentioned, for me going into it, I try to tell people, and I do around this time of year, I start preparing for the NFL draft. So going into it, I had him as my number one quarterback. Everybody was all over Caleb. I had him as my number one. I just felt like his strengths where he can 1, 2, 3 ball out, or he can improvise. Where Caleb will have someone open with that first read and refuse to throw it.
Refuse to give it to him. Yeah.
And so I just felt like
he's looking for the best option when he don't know his other option. There's no other option.
What's in front of you, bro? You don't got to always make the big play.
Yeah.
And so I felt like going into it, I felt like Jaden Daniels was just the more pro-ready quarterback. Now, I did not.
But he didn't have the buzz that Caleb had.
I didn't think the defense of the Commanders would end up playing well enough for them to get into the playoffs.
Yeah.
I feel like Terry McLaurin, going into the year, they had Jahan Dotson, but De'Ami Brown started to ball out. They ship out Jahan Dotson. They got Austin Eckler. They got Brian Robinson. I felt like they had weapons, but I just didn't think from a defensive standpoint being able to.
Or so soon.
Yeah.
It worked too quick.
Yeah. I'm a little nervous now.
Yeah. It's almost like they've been playing together.
Right.
Walked away, came back, was like, hey, that's still my boys.
Right.
Because they worked too good too soon. And that's what I did not see. I didn't see them. I saw Daniels doing pretty much what Daniels has been doing, not being the fourth completion rate, number 4. I didn't see him being number 4. I saw him being in the top 10.
Yeah.
But number 4 is crazy. And as a rookie,
right,
70.5 completion rate.
Yep.
Didn't see that.
No.
But I believed he could do great numbers. Just didn't see the Commanders doing it with him on the first year.
Yeah, nah, that wasn't something I saw either, man. But shout out to them, man. They playing the Eagles in the NFC Championship game. Now we're gonna talk about the Eagles being able to get a victory against the Rams, 22-28. Does this make them the favorites?
It makes them my favorites right now. Because the Lions were my favorite to do it when it all started off. But I do want to see the Chiefs versus Eagles game come back around. So a second chance for that. Because I feel like the Chiefs need an actual real rivalry. And the Eagles will be a good team to do it.
Yeah. Doing good tonight, man. Thanks for tuning in. Make sure you hit that subscribe button if you can. Please, please, please. Hope you're doing good tonight. I agree, man. I think that this is the opportunity for a rivalry to start.
Yeah,
It's been a while since we had one,
at least a
especially in
fresh
the
one.
AFC NFC one, um, where the Eagles and the Chiefs to be able to go back and forth. The thing for me that makes me nervous about when it comes to this question is I'm I know people love Hurts and he's a winner, but he just has too many games where like for me personally, if I'm the Commanders, yeah, Jalen Hurts got to beat me with his arm. That's just
Yeah,
pretty much. I'm going. Dan Quinn is a defensive coach, which is why probably most likely that defense is playing so well. He was a defensive coordinator before he was a head coach.
head
Then he
coach.
got
Yeah,
the head coaching job, went back to being a DC, and now he's back as a head coach. So I feel like being able to make a game plan to make Jalen Hurts have to beat you with his arm. Now there are weapons out there, so it's not like but you do got to pick your poison. For me, I'm not letting Saquon beat me. That's pretty much Saquon is not having one of them 200 yard days, and if he does, he's gonna have it on 30 carries. Because for me personally, I'm stacking the box. I'm making him get tough yardage. Jalen Hurts got to beat me with his arm, and that's the part for me where I would like to see him be a better thrower of the football than the way that he is right now. He's just more so like he's just more of a gamer
yeah.
at the end of the day. And so I don't know, man. If they if they get to the Super Bowl, I think they'll win it. But I'm not sure. I'm not 100% sold on them beating the Commanders in this game.
I feel like they can do it. They just got to make sure that they put something on Daniels that hasn't been put on him. They have to open up his defense.
Yeah,
They got to make sure the line actually holds.
true, true.
Because if the line doesn't hold, the Eagles got him. Because they rushing this open, and he gonna throw his passes. He gonna stay where he need to be. But if y'all could make him miss one or two good hits, y'all could stay close. Because Hurts isn't using his own.
Right. Yeah,
The
yeah.
worst thing you want is Daniels not to be able to hit his mark 2 out of 3 good times, and Hurts say, "Yep, I'm gonna use the arm. I'm gonna do what I should have been doing. I'm gonna hit these marks because they're not expecting it because I haven't been doing it." Saquon gonna have his game. If he does get 25, 30 carries, he can still average 170
Yeah.
on the low. So you got to make sure that y'all put a pressure on Daniels because this is the farthest he has ever been. It's his first year. Everybody has those little inner jitters. So if you can get him a little shook and the line don't hold just a little bit, he missed 2, 3 good passes that could have been a game changer. Y'all can hold on. I, yeah, Jalen going his first year will be crazy to the Super Bowl.
That would go crazy.
Be real unexpected. I'm not gonna say he don't deserve it,
Right.
but I feel like a more convenient game will be the Eagles. Someone
Yeah.
who's already been on the big stage going back. Because
Yeah.
don't nobody want to see the Commanders get to the Super Bowl and they don't play like the Commanders when it's the
Oh,
hot seat.
yeah. They get to the Super Bowl, get their ass waxed.
Nobody want to see that.
Plus, at the end of the day, I think from a box office standpoint, Eagles Chiefs,
Yeah,
even Eagles Buffalo, Eagles Bills,
because Bills will be
it will still go crazy
yeah.
because storylines. Josh Allen loses his best weapons. He loses Gabe Davis and and he loses Stephon Diggs, goes to the Super Bowl, or even Saquon going to the Bills, and that whole narrative of like, do you really need a running back?
Yeah.
And I feel like Derrick Henry and Saquon Barkley both did what they were supposed to do, given the opportunity to show
To
that.
get there. Yeah.
And
But
I've
they
always
deserve
said,
it.
I said this from the beginning. When it comes to the running back position, all right, there are some running backs that you can just plug and play. But them Christian McCaffreys, them Saquons, Derrick Henrys, the Jameer Gibbs,
They gonna make it happen.
you can't just throw in whoever the fuck
Yeah.
and expect them to go ball out. Like even Josh Allen, James Cook, he's not what Dalvin was at his peak, but at least not yet. But he's a very good running back.
Yeah.
And it's just like those are the things of like when you have those guys, like you got you like even the Texans getting Joe Mixon. Like Joe Mixon was a very vital piece of that Bengals offense.
Yeah.
And it's like you can see they haven't the Bengals offense is
Haven't. Yeah.
all Joe Burrow throwing the ball to Jamar Chase and T. Higgins. There is no running game with Joe Mixon being gone. So it's like you still need that running back to be able to shape out your offense.
Who will be a good replacement?
Exactly. But you can't just throw whoever the fuck in there and expect
it to go back to magic.
Right. But I do, me personally, I feel like the best thing for Saquon was to get out of New York because they wasn't going to win nothing anyway, man. So you in a way better position from a career standpoint. Now you got a chance to go get a Super Bowl and be a vital piece of it. That would go crazy too. That's another
key
one
reason.
where he goes to the Super Bowl and he's a Super Bowl MVP. That would go crazy.
Yeah, that's pretty much looking back at them like, see, I had it.
Right?
It wasn't me.
It
wasn't me.
And so
it was y'all.
Like I mentioned at one point, if you watch that game, the Rams are in that game and even probably have control of the game. Then the weather gets snow get to snowing, and then it was just like fumble, interception, fumble, and they still had an opportunity to win this game in the end, even with the fumbles.
It's like they had the snow on their gloves and not their cleats.
Right. And so, do you think we talked about it? You can't blame the weather, but do you think there's something to it of them needing to play in at a neutral site that doesn't have that can control the weather or at least keep the weather out?
That takes away from the fans.
Yeah, I would.
If it was to be in the neutral, it takes away from the diehard fans that are in those cold weather areas that would love to see their team go to the next level at home. It wouldn't be good for the fans.
Plus, it's like for me, I feel like it's one of those things where you play all year to get home field advantage.
Yeah.
I gotta make if Miami, if you don't want to come up to here where it's cold, go win more games than me, and you'll have the home game. But if I'm Chicago, like me, I'm from Chicago originally. My family from Chicago originally, so I'm talking to my mom earlier. I go to check the weather, and it said -5.
-5. Yep.
So you got to bring your ass to this -5 degrees to come play some football. Like I just feel like taking that part out, where it's like football is the tough man sport. Now we not tough no more. We need to play in a dome. Our hands is too cold.
It defies the home court advantage all the way. Like if I'm gonna get the most wins, you gonna play on my playing field. You don't go to Utah and say the airfield funny up here. We're gonna go back to LA to play these games. You don't say that. You don't do stuff like that. You go where the winning team, because we did all these wins for our fans to see us play and go to the next level. That's the reason for it.
Yeah.
You gotta stick with that.
100%, man. I think I seen that. I seen Kurt Warner having that conversation on a radio show, and I was just like, "Yeah, we getting soft, bro. I didn't know. Even the OGs are soft."
Yeah, because look, the fans is out there in the cold weather, not moving.
Bro, they be out there shirtless too, lit.
So if they could be in the stands and not warming up their bodies, not moving, not running down that field,
Yeah,
being dedicated to the team, y'all got to be dedicated to the fans. Y'all got to give those fans what their team earned for them.
facts.
So wherever it may be, warm weather to cold weather, whoever earned it gets it, despite the conditions.
And
you got to stick with that.
before we get to the 2-minute drill, we got one more. So the Oklahoma City Thunder, I believe his name was Mark Daignault, is he's the head coach of the Thunder. He is now one of the All-Star Game head coaches. The way that it's going to work, so they brought 4 teams. There's going to be 4 teams, and I believe it's going to be 5 teams in total. So they're going to separate the 24 All-Star people picked into 4 different teams. And then the winner of the rookie game, that team gets to play in a 5-team tournament for the All-Star game. So pretty much the Western Conference coach and one of his assistant coaches, the Eastern Conference with the best record, which is pretty much the Cavaliers. So Kenny Atkinson is going to end up being the one of the coaches, and then one of his assistant coaches coaches the team. Do you like this format, and do you think it'll make the game more competitive?
Can't really say it make it more competitive because it's just the coach.
Because the game itself is completely different.
I like giving other people the shine.
Yeah.
You ain't got to be the most known coach, the most liked coach to be up there. So everybody getting to know coaches that's other than your rival's team or your favorite team. You getting to actually pay attention to other people.
True.
It's not bad. Do I think it's gonna bring morale or bring fans or make it better? No. But it's not a bad thing.
For me, I think the whole thing when it comes to a competitive standpoint, it's gonna buckle down to how hard are the rookies gonna play.
Yeah.
The rookies that get to that tournament and get an opportunity to play on Sunday against the All-Star team, how hard are they gonna play? Because if they play hard, then I think it will make it to the point where like the older guys aren't just gonna be like, oh yeah, we just gonna let them. Oh, they playing hard, they got it. Like, oh hell no, they trying to show me up out here. Nah, gotta lock him up.
Well, see, the All-Star game ain't really competitive in my eyes.
Not no more.
It's a showcase. Yeah, it used to be.
Niggas was really locking. Kobe was really locking up. Like young CP was really locking up.
But right now, it's almost like it's a talent show.
Yeah.
It's who can shoot the farthest 3, who can do a layup, turn, and all that. It's just, it ain't really like you really trying to stop them from scoring. Now, if I was to see an All-Star game and the high was 101 to 86, I'd be like, yeah, them boys was locking shit up.
Right. They was really going after
139 to 148.
Bro, they scored 200 points. What was the last All-Star game?
What was the stats on that?
211 to 186. Niggas wasn't playing no defense. Wasn't even thinking about defense. And I think that's ultimately why they ended up bringing in a a different format, changing it up, and seeing what they can do. I don't know if it'll work. I hope they do something because it does suck. Because growing up, you couldn't wait. Like just being a kid that was in the basketball, in the NBA
Because
basketball.
you see all your favorite players playing
Yeah.
together on one side.
And they was actually going out there trying to hoop. Like,
Man.
and it's just like,
And
nah,
you got
nowadays.
that what if factor.
Yeah.
Like what if your favorite player got traded to the best team, or your favorite player got traded to, imagine having this player with this player
Right.
in a game. Two people like, man, they really be going at it when they going against each other. But now that they on the same team, damn, they really work together. Like imagine seeing Anthony Edwards and John Morant on the same damn team.
Bruh, that would go crazy.
That's how it used to feel.
Rim, I know a Rim hate to see them coming.
Man, you know somebody at the block would hate to see.
Yeah.
You at the hole on a fast break and both of them coming up the court.
Yeah. Yeah,
You
hell
don't know
no.
what to do. You
Yeah,
might as well just step under, go out of bounds.
I'm gonna do a Steph Curry and just fall on the ground. Just lay on the ground. You got it.
Hey, you're gonna have to, because you're gonna be on somebody's poster.
Dead ass.
And don't let it be a lob and you turn your head at the last second.
Facts. So yeah, I hope they end up doing something, man. It sucks that it's got to this point. But moving on to the 2-minute drill, just a couple quick hitters before we get ready to end the show for content purposes. But and you see the necklace, Ohio State Buckeyes get the chip. Ryan Day saves his job, and for me personally. Not even really much of a question. That's just how I personally feel as a Buckeye fan. When he lost to Michigan, and he's beat Michigan one time in like 5-6 year period, he got to go. And I said it on this show after the loss to Michigan was just like the only way he could save his job is winning the Natty.
But that's Michigan.
And we lost to that trash ass Michigan team. But we blew out. We were just running through teams on the way to the Natty. We beat Texas, Oregon, Tennessee, and Notre Dame. 4 big games back to back to back. And shout out to Ryan Day and them Buckeyes. That boy Jack Sawyer was balling. Will Howard was balling. Travion Henderson, he gonna be cold in the NFL, and I can't wait. Now that college football is over, to get ready to prep myself for scouting. I've already kind of wrote down some names, people I can't wait to get a chance to watch their film and see what's popping. I think the one thing for me, I feel like this year the quarterback position is so far to me Cam. It's Cam and Shador, that's it, and it's a big drop off. So I'm looking forward to getting into it. But shout out to Ryan Day and them boys for getting that dub.
I got a question. What do you, because that loss was what, 13-10?
Yeah.
What do you think was the reason? I know everybody want to blame Ryan, but what was the reason?
Honestly, I think they really went into it like, oh yeah, Michigan trashed this year, and Michigan showed up like, nah, bro, this is a rivalry game. You got to come play.
But see, once they saw it was going that way, why didn't it turn around?
I just feel like it was too late, bro. It's one of them ones where like you give a team enough confidence to really think like,
and they take off,
and then it's a wrap. You can't really do. Now they're in a groove, and you can't knock them out of that groove. And it's just.
But all they have to do is catch theirs. It ain't like they lost by a run. Like it was a 13-10. All y'all had to do was get on offense. You couldn't stop them, but they didn't do too much. It was only 13.
Will Howard was playing like trash, bro. He was playing like trash in that game, dog.
So why ain't he the one getting the threats?
I don't know, but he a transfer, paid to play quarterback anyway. He gonna try to go to the league after this. he did have a really good stretch of games. In that game, he was balling. He did his thing. He might get drafted. He probably, but I don't see Will Howard being nothing higher than a fourth round quarterback. Anything higher than that, bro, they tweaking. I've watched him all year. He's not that guy. He's not that guy, pal. But Cooper Flag been balling, man. Duke at number 2. He's coming off of a 42 pointer about a week or two ago.
42.
Are you a believer? He put up 42.
Which game was that?
I want to say that was against Auburn. I could be tripping.
I know he scored 18 against Seton. But that was a... Oh, no, wait. I'm thinking of Page. What the hell? I'm thinking of Page. I'm thinking about what I was looking at earlier. Never mind. Messed that one up. No.
Are you a believer?
On Cooper?
Yeah.
Hey. So a 6'9", guard or forward. Hey, he consistent.
He dropped 42 against Iowa State.
Okay. He consistent.
But Iowa State's ranked like number 3, right? At the time that it happened.
And that makes it tougher.
Yeah. I think the thing about him is his ability, and I'm now at this point, like I feel like he's already done. He's solidified himself that he's a legit prospect. Going into the next level, can he be the guy? Because when you're gonna be drafted number 1, a top 5 pick, I'm expecting you to come in and be the next superstar here.
But wait, what's old boy who got drafted last year?
That boy,
number 1.
That boy is hot garbage.
Yeah. See, that's the thing. Everybody got to stop putting the number 1 pick as what the league needs.
Yeah.
The number 1 pick is what that team feels they need. So Cooper is a solid player. He's very consistent.
He's definitely going to be some. He can be he's definitely a contributing piece to any team that he goes to, and I do feel like he'll be more ready to play in the NBA than I forgot what his name, Zachary or Zachary or something like that. His name's Zachary, but he's from France.
Yeah.
So it's spelled it's pronounced a different way.
Oui.
Yeah.
No. See, I feel like he can be a great part to a team who can interchange him from guard or in forward, transitioning back and forth until he get in pocket to the NBA and be strictly a guard.
Yeah, I think he could end up being. I've seen this, and I haven't been able to get it out of my head. But Andre Karolinko, I feel like he can be a modern day Andre Karolinko. It just depends on how well can he play defense, because the people automatically go to offensive stuff. But AK-47 was blocking shots. He was locking up. He could hit the 3. He was a small 4, a very athletic 3. And I feel like that is Cooper Flag's game.
I don't see. I can't think of any times that he really had a real defensive game.
Right.
Rebounding wise, yeah. But on ball rebounding.
And which is why I say more like of a modern day thing, because ain't nobody playing defense.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody playing defense.
None of the big names. Victor with blocks ain't considered really defense. That's just, come on now. You that damn tall. If you don't swing for it, what you doing? I don't really consider that defense. I consider getting low and digging for the ball, arms out defense.
So
a
right
block
now,
is just, you got that opportunity. That's just
Charlotte, Toronto, Washington on the Eastern Conference go to bottom 3 teams, and then there's Portland, New Orleans, and Utah.
So where he going?
That boy going to Utah, bro. They gonna love him up in Utah, dog. They gonna love that nigga up in Utah, bro. He's fit. He's perfect for Utah, bro.
Utah can use him too.
Yeah, and they can use him. You put him next to Lauri Markkinen.
Toronto could use him too.
But you put him next to Scotty Barnes. It's some couple teams like even like Portland. Shoot, he go to Portland with Scoot and Anthony Simons. You got you a nice little young three that can all get you some buckets. Now you just got to form. They got Jeremy Grant up there. I don't know if they keep Ayton though. Ayton get on my nerve. He got to go.
Why he got to go?
DeAndre Ayton, bro, that nigga soft, bro. I'm so tired of him. He got all the measurables to be a very he should be an all-star every year, bro. He can hit. You ever see this nigga play for the Bohemian team?
Yeah.
That nigga go out there, tween, step back, three. Yeah. He get in the league and can't hit layup. And I'm like, bro, what is that? Where is that at? I need that guy here.
It's almost like Austin Rivers.
Yeah, Austin Rivers was cold. His high school highlight tape.
Yeah, his high school highlight.
Even at Duke, he was nice at Duke.
Yes. We talking about before the league.
That boy got to the league.
We got to
extra average.
You thought that motherfucker was a whole different person. He did the Michael Jackson challenge. He went from. He was like, we hear the voice, but we just not.
On God,
we not seeing it.
On God, and so the homegirl Paige got to 2,000 points faster than Maya Moore, Rebecca Lobo, Breanna Stewart. How good do you think she'll be in the W?
If she can stay healthy, because she redshirted because of the ACL, she can stay healthy. She can be one of those players that you push off because she didn't go as soon as everybody else.
Yeah.
And that go and bite you in the ass.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Yeah, because she was definitely supposed to be in that class.
What, 2019? She was the female athlete of the year, right?
Yep. She was supposed to be in that draft last year.
Yeah, she's only 23. She's 23.
And she about to be the number one pick with the Dallas Wing, because I don't see nobody being better than her but Juju. And Juju got to wait another year or two.
At least another year.
And so I
don't say that as like she can't go right now.
Yeah. Oh, she ready right now. She just can't legally.
The best opportunities would be for her to go as the number one pick.
Yeah.
And you don't want her to be bumped by Paige, someone who just redshirted.
Honestly, I feel like Juju would go number one if she went right now. I don't care who in that.
It depends on who the team is. Who got the number one?
The Dallas Wings. They already got her. They already got the number one, and so they put her.
So who is Juju taking out? Not who she can take out. Who are they willing?
Oh, Juju can play next to Enrique.
She could play next to.
She could play next to, but Juju's a 3, bro. She's not playing like she can play the guard position, but she's 6'2". So why not play her at the 3?
What? How tall is Enrique? What, 5'11"?
Yeah, she a 2 guard.
Yeah,
she a bucket, a certified bucket.
Certified bucket. And her wife.
There's some certified bucket getters, bro.
Man, I ain't never internetly want to watch somebody's wedding. Just want to see what her wife is wearing, man.
But hey, man, thank you, man. I appreciate you for pulling up, my boy. I just really appreciate it. We got to get ready to get up out of here. But like I mentioned at the beginning of the show, make sure you go like, subscribe, comment, share, all that good stuff. Subscribe at Juke Network on YouTube, JUK Network. Follow us at Juke Network as well on Facebook, the He Say, She Say channel. I am moving over to the Juke Network once I get to 100 followers. You can follow me at KYNG on Twitch. Help me out on Twitch. I'm trying to get to 50 so I can try to get that Twitch affiliate thing going on. Follow me Instagram, TikTok while it's here, as well as add an underscore for X or Twitter. But we got to get up out of here. I appreciate y'all. Peace out.